my God. All right. This is the energy I want to see. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you may know him from Fest 10 right now. All the way. That was his line. Thanks, buddy. I'm still up here going crazy. All the way from Chattanooga, ladies and gentlemen, John Michael Bond.
That was, wow, this is a lot of fucking people. It's like when somebody gets too drunk and a small band gets asked to fill in a spot. Hi, I'm John Michael, you've never heard of me. Which is kind of awesome, no one's fucking heard of me. This is the best weekend for me to commit a crime ever. Who robbed you? Well, it was 5'10", had kind of he wasn't fat, but he had a beard, he smelled like liquor. God damn it! This is the best time, I'm just gonna run around and draw little Sharpie mustaches and all the clean-faced cops. Just it's a small enough crime they won't try and fuck with me. It's gonna be awesome. God damn it. I was recording this and I want to make sure. Okay, I am. Cool. So obviously I've been where you are. I'm drunk. Sorry. I'm worried I might be an asshole. I'm worried because before I came here, my friend sat me down and said, John Michael, you're an asshole. It's a good warning sign. You should follow it. I think the problem, I got into a screaming argument with a woman at a bar because she was wearing this t-shirt that said, I want to quote this exactly, well-behaved women seldom make history, Marilyn Monroe. And that drove me crazy because that is an Eleanor Roosevelt quote. And I'm sorry. I hate to break this to you. Eleanor Roosevelt never inspired any baby doll shirts. This girl would not have been wearing that t-shirt had she known its proper sourcing, you know? She wasn't ready to hit the club with Eleanor Roosevelt's signature tattooed in beautiful script right above her freshly waxed vagina. Didn't happen. Oh, guys, you don't even. Tonight, we're going to hit the club. It's going to be the best. I'm going to know when Prince Charming is there, because he's going to come up to me. I'm going to see his shirt bespeckled in the distance, and he's going to walk up, and he's going to be like, sup, bitch? Let's discuss a new deal. All right, the best part about knowing half of you have read, the first half of a Noam Chomsky book is that... not the end, that shit's boring, but through the 40s, damn straight. But the thing that really bothers me about that is it's wrong to attribute a quote to somebody that gives their life, or more importantly, I guess their death, some kind of sad irony. Well-behaved women may seldom make history, they also seldom die of a pill overdose. Yeah, I'd be an asshole if I sold shirts that were there's no such thing as too much fan interaction, John Lennon. I would be a prick. So I'm working on being a better person. I'm working on my optimism, which is hard. I work for the health department with children's health. And when, here's the thing. If you see, a 200-pound 10-year-old, it's hard to see the silver lining around all that obesity. It's really hard. It's just come on, hope, but you can't look at that kid as someone who's not going to see 30. See him as someone who's not competing with you for a job when you're still working in the service industry at 80. Yeah, little camper, I need you to feed into Social Security so I can eventually retire. Really? Someone died on a pill overdose. That's awesome. But children... sorry. A bridge too far. All right, fine. I've already seen the positives, though. I've recently suffered my first adult problem. I got a hemorrhoid. Don't worry, this isn't gross. There's no, it's true. I love. How the fuck are you gonna deal with that? It's itchy. It's not fun. But there's a bright side. Every morning, you have your morning constitutional. You are reborn as a brand new random Play-Doh playset. Oh yeah, just turn around. Oh goody, today we're making stars. I hope Thursday I'm the Burger Factory. That's gross. That's very clever. All right. Or I drive around for the health department a lot, and I was stuck in traffic. Found this little lady with a pickup truck that had a bright pink pair of truck nuts just attached to the back of it. Yeah, I know. But hey, no, it's not, because for me it was beautiful. It took me 10 minutes to realize it wasn't some overly aggressive new Susan G. Komen campaign. It was a little old lady lady calling me a pussy. Calling my Honda a pussy. It's my optimism. Yeah, that's how it works. I think the reason I'm misanthropic... All right, here, before I do this, understand, you're going to find this pandering, but I normally do this bit in comedy clubs where they just call me an asshole. So, growing up, the reason I'm misanthropic, my hero is a man named Henry Rollins. I know there are some regrettable... Okay, I know there are a lot of regretted black flag tattoos here, half of you wearing parody shirts. It's good, we know this. And the reason I loved Rollins so much is, like, he had this energy that at 16 you read it and, like, it's... How do you pop, like, oh my god, how am I getting through math? But you read it, it's just the most ridiculous, inane bullshit with such passion. It's like, I am a nuclear-guided missile. Over the years, through lean fish and cold oatmeal, I have honed my body into a perfect Spartan warrior. Although I have been a conscientious objector in many wars. I have built myself through struggle, pressing the steel into this Adonis, not of arrogance and not for society, but for my own dire will. Today I face my greatest challenge, studying, working with the greatest actor of this or any generation. How will I deal with our car chase today, when I am faced with the inimitable Charlie Sheen? If only my years in the van could prepare me. And it's like, if you found that journal on the side of the street, you would wonder where he kept his male and female genitalia nailed up in the wall of his house. But because you find it when you're 16, you're like, no, I don't need to learn anything cool in college. I'm going to be an English major. So that was bullshit. The nice thing I found, though, about working at the health department is, like, I get to see the best and worst of people. I met a woman recently who had left her job as an allergist to work in, to start her own faith-based allergy clinic. Well, no, it makes sense. The first time I heard about asthma, I was like, why would God give this to children? It's like, oh, so Jesus can open a door. Read this book. You have 30 seconds. Do it fast. Easier to get funding from the government if you're a Christian with Medicaid, but whatever. But the best thing that I've seen recently, I got to watch a young boy, but at the age of 4, become a man in the most angsty, sad way humanly possible. I was at a health fair handing out free government stenciled frisbees. Obviously, the best Sunday anyone's ever had. And I was stationed between a free horseback riding booth and a free face painting booth. Now, if you go to a free government health fair and there is free horseback riding and free face painting, it's like going to Arby's for that delicious roast beef, stumbling in Narnia, and oh shit, it's Turkish delights! So, I apologize for referencing C.S. Lewis at an atheist fest. So, you have the parents over in the horsey line, and then you have their kids being sent over to get the face painted. Everything should be fine, except they hired the 9th grade ROTC of a local rural high school to do the face painting. I'm just going to repeat. They hired the local ROTC of a... I'm sorry. Oh, my God. It was awful. If they had stuck to what they know, hearts, stars, rainbows, maybe red balloons, the Lucky Charm shapes, they would have been fine. But no, these little overachievers just couldn't say no to anything that was put in front of them. So this little boy, 4, walks over, sits down so politely, and it's just like, I would like to look like Spider-Man. And they're like, yeah, no problem, we can totally do that. They should have just shook their heads like, no, here's a lightning bolt, you're a boy, that's what you get. So the little boy is sitting there having the best daydream ever. He's just like, oh my god, I am about to ride a horse as Spider-Man, I will be shooting webs on evildoers. Like, you can't... If it was possible to see what a 4-year-old on, like, Bali looks like, this is where that boy is at. And if you don't know what Spider-Man looks like, it's not that fucking hard. Red face, oval eyes, lines if you're feeling frisky. It's not that fucking hard. So they sit him down. All right, red face. We're off to a good start. Big white circles over the eyes. No, not so much. Why are you putting black polka dots all over that boy's face? And now for the coup de grace, we put a big black circle over his lips. At this point, he no longer looks like a anything like Spider-Man. He looks like a strawberry in blackface. And the boy has no idea what has happened to him. And just at that moment when he should be processing, getting ready, just at that moment, his mom shouts, Cody or whatever. All these kids are named Cody. Cody, it's your turn. And I'm sorry, fuck Cody. He probably deserves what's happening. But where do you think trust fund crusties come from? But Cody, his mom walks over, puts a hand on his shoulder, and Cody, it's like have you ever seen the 1980s version of Batman? It's just like, give me the mirror! And they know what they know. They go, give me the mirror! And he holds it up to his face, and he just says, oh no. And what he wants to say is, how the fuck could you let these assholes touch me? I know it's a free healthcare. How could you let this happen? What he wants to say is, you don't know what Spider-Man looks like? But what he says to his mom is, the horse can't see me like this! And thus another liberal arts major was born. Thank you, my name is John Michael Bond.